Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my bookish world. I'm Alex, and today I'm going to be doing another ridiculously long TBR because I'm trash. And this is for the month of August because, yeah. So let's get to it. First off, I'm going to talk about the three books because it is the 26th of July when I'm filming this, and I'm almost done with the book that I'm currently reading. And I'd like to get through 3 books before the end of the month, but it's probably not going to happen. So one of these books I might be carrying over into the month. I'm not sure which one. Actually, I think I know which one, but I'm still going to talk about the 3 real quick. But yeah. So one that I might be carrying over is Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. I'm hopefully going to read this week. Also Blackout by a lot of different authors. I might carry this over, but I might just try to get through these this week because they're shorter. We'll see. So the one that I will most likely be tacking on to August is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Woof, okay. Because for some reason last week, or 2 weeks ago, I was like, I can read 6 books before the end of July. I finished 1, and then I've been in the middle of one for a while, so I can't read 6 books in 2 weeks. I used to be able to. I don't know what's up with me now. So Malibu Rising, which follows some rich people's end-of-year party in Malibu, and then they decide something happens, and we're following like the 48 hours. I don't know. I've heard this isn't people's favorite Taylor Jenkins Reid book, but I'm still excited to read it. So let's get into the rest of my August TBR because it is very depressing. Now, I'm just going to go through the list, although I do tend to read more my library books at the beginning half of the month, especially this month because, like, I won't be going by the library as often after, like, the first 2 weeks, so yeah, so, but I'm just gonna go in order of, like, the way that they're on my document, because I have a list, because I am trash. So, the first one is This Poison Heart by Caitlin Barron, which is the first book in a duology, which basically follows this girl named Briseis, who has a gift where she can grow plants from tiny seeds to rich blossoms and a single touch, and her aunt dies and wills her an estate in rural New York, and her parents hope that surrounded by plants and flowers she will finally learn to control her gift, but their new home is sinister in ways they never expected. So I'm really excited about this. It's pretty short, as I feel like her books are pretty short, but yeah, so hopefully this won't take me that long, but I'm still very excited. I was hoping to get this into July, but then I was being realistic because this was one of the 6 books that I was hoping to read by the end of the month. Is not happening. And then we have Rise to the Sun by Leah Johnson, which is about 2 queer girls who go to this, or 2 girls who go to this music festival, and there's romance. It's a female-female romance. That's all I know. I'm still really excited to get to it. She's the author of You Should See Me in a Crown, so obviously I bought this already. So yay. Although I will say, as much as I love this cover, I gotta say these illustrations are not my favorite. They're too lifelike for me, so that's a me thing. Okay, and then we have Darling by Kate Ingram, which has been on my TBR again for the last 3 months. Not because I haven't been reading it, or I haven't gotten to it. It's because it just hasn't come in at the library. I don't know why. It came out in June, like the end of June. And usually it takes like a week or something for it to be like processed, but it just hasn't come. It's been on hold. I'm the only person that has it on hold. I'm first in line, and it just hasn't come. So that's really irritating, but hopefully soon. Hopefully it'll come to me this month. I'm gonna be pissed if it doesn't. Then we have Dial A for Aunties, which I cannot remember the name of the author, but I've been hearing so much about this book, and I was already interested in it before it came out. but it just sounds so much fun. I know Emma Books loved it, and I know Haley and Bookland loved it, so I'm just really excited to get to it. All I know is that it has to do with like murder, but also romance. I'm really excited. It sounds really interesting. And then I have How to Be an Anti-Racist. Also can't remember the name of the author, but this is a nonfiction book. I usually try to put a nonfiction book in my reading for each month. I tend to like either borrow it from the library or listen to it on an audiobook, which I've been doing with, but you can't see it, but So You Want to Talk About Race for the last few weeks. So I'll probably be doing the exact same thing with this book. And then I have Dear Sweet Pea by Julie Murphy. This is part of her Dumplin' series, but I believe it's like a middle grade, and I think it's like a novella, so this should be a pretty quick read, but I'm still really excited to get to it. And then we have Take a Hint, Danny Brown, which is also by Talia Hibbert. I usually try when I'm reading a romance series, because romance series are usually like companions, like these are. And so I try to read one a month. I've been doing that just so I don't get overwhelmed on like adult romance. So that's why I'm hoping I can get to Get a Life Chloe Brown in July, because I'm gonna feel real dumb if I can't. So yeah, all I know, I haven't read Get a Life Chloe Brown yet, so I can't really tell you what I know about this book besides Danny is super driven, and that's about it. But I've heard really good things about it, so yay. And then, wait, let me get a drink of water because I've been talking a lot. Okay, we're good now. The next book is Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson. I have been wanting, that's gross because I don't like these kind of covers, like the feel of these covers, because I feel like I get them dirty without meaning to. Ugh, it's because my hands are wet from my water. But anyway, Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson. I've been wanting to read this for over a year now, since it came out. Why am I just hoping to get to it now? Don't talk to me. I don't know. But I've been wanting to read this. As far as I know, it's kind of like, it's about this girl named Enchanted who wants to be like a rapper, I believe. And so she gets involved with this like music producer dude, who's like semi-famous, but he starts grooming her, and it's a mystery, like thriller. So I'm really interested in it. I haven't read anything by Tiffany D. Jackson yet, which is sad. But yeah, I've been wanting to read this forever, so I'm really excited to get into it. Yay. Obviously, it's gonna be a hard book to read, but I still want to read it. And then we have Anyway, The Wind Blows by Rainbow Rowell, which is the third book in the Carry On? Wayward Son trilogy? I don't know. Simon Snow trilogy, that's what it's called. But look how thick this thing is. The other two books are nowhere near this long, and so I wasn't expecting this one to be that long. But it's over 500 pages. Like, bro. This is almost 600 pages. So hopefully we'll get to this. I know Rainbow Rowell is kind of controversial. I don't really read a lot of her books but I do really like her Simon Snow books as well as Fangirl. But yeah, if you don't know what this is about, basically it's the story of a fan fiction that the main character in Fangirl writes. So yeah. And it's a male-male romance, which, yay. And then we have The Tower of Nero by Rick Riordan. So this is the last book in the Trials of Apollo series, which is also the last book in like the Percy Jackson World series, like saga that we have, with the Magnus Chase series, the Percy Jackson Olympians. I'm looking over at my books, and the Lost Hero series, and then the Trials of Apollo. I'm really nervous. This came out last year, and I've just been putting it off because I just have not been wanting to read it. I'm nervous. It's not that I don't want to read it. Like, I'm sure I will adore this book. I don't wanna, because I love this world so much. I don't want to say goodbye, so we'll see if I actually get to this next month, because I have a feeling my stupid self is just gonna put this off. Yay me. And then I promise I have just a few more left. I'm crazy, we know this. And then I have 1,000 Perfect Notes by CJ Drews. I don't know much about this book. I think it has to be with something that has to... It's about, like, a boy who looks like is being, like, forced to play the piano to carry out his mother's dreams until this girl named August comes along to help him. I don't know. I've been really interested in this book. CJ Drews is somebody that I follow on Twitter, and I love their tweets. So when I saw that they had a book out, and I believe they have a second one coming out, I wanted to pick this up, and I got it for my birthday this year. So I'm very excited to get into it. At least I think it was my birthday. Was it my birthday? I think it was my birthday. So I'm very excited to get to this. And then second to last book is Pumpkin by Julie Murphy. This is her most recent release in the Dumpling series, and I believe it's the last book. Like, they're all companions to each other, but I think this is the last one. So yeah, I'll finish a series this month. I might finish like 3 series this month if I'm lucky enough. Watch me not be. So yeah, I don't know what this is about, but I hope to love it just because I want it, because the spine is like a rainbow. So I'm gonna guess it's like might be queer, because I know the Julie Murphy identifies on somewhere along that scale, but it's also obviously the main character's fat, because that's what Julie Murphy writes. So I'm very excited for that. And then the last book, hopefully, this is the last book that I have on my list. Don't know if it'll actually be read, because I'm trash, but that is Forever Interrupted by Taylor Jenkins Reid. So I have been on a journey to read all of Taylor Jenkins Reid's books, and I'm pretty close. I just have Malibu Rising, this one, and one other one besides her like little novella Evidence of the Affair. I don't know how I'm gonna get that, but I will. And I've adored all of her books, so like I'm definitely going to be reading this. Definitely excited at some point. I don't know if it'll be next month, but basically it's about this girl who meets this guy who gets married, and then 9 days later, after they've eloped, Ben is out riding his bike when he is hit by a truck and killed on impact. So I think it talks about like the healing process with her mother-in-law Susan, who she's never met, as well as the romance between her and Ben. So I'm really excited to get to this. So yeah, that is it for my August TBR. That is a large stack of books, and that's not even all the books that I want to read this month. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Follow all my social media down below. That's Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!